And we are live. So welcome everyone to this community call. Thanks for spending the time to come. For today's plan, we'll do the usual. We'll go over our team and what we're working on, and then we'll do an open mic. So if you guys have any questions, stick around to after the report from the team. I'll start with a little note about Google Summer of Code. As I said before, we've been accepted and we're currently receiving student applications. We have, I think, 24 hours left. And so far we have 23 or 24 applications, which is more than we had last year. So that's pretty cool. We'll be reviewing the final applications and coming up with a number of spots to request next. So we're very excited about this. And you'll hear about it more in the next call. On another note, we are going to send out a Jitsi users survey on the mailing lists later today, which has a few questions about how people use our projects, and it would be very helpful if you can fill it out, and share it with other people that you know are using Jitsi as well. It should be out. Excuse me. It should be out later today, and it's going to be on the mailing list. With that, I will start the team report with my progress on the Moody Bridge support. So late last week, we merged some changes in the bridge that allow the use of Octo. Octo is the protocol that we designed for bridge-to-bridge communication. So right now, the changes are merged in the bridge, but not in GTOFL, meaning that all this code in the bridge and all the refactoring that I've been doing for quite a while is now in, but the new code is not in use. We'll spend some time testing for stability, and as Gus noted earlier, our tests are currently failing, so I think that we have some things around this to fix. In the coming weeks, we should be also merging the part in GTOFL, so the whole system should be available in a few weeks, or a first version of it. I think that's all that I have, so I'll just pass it on to Zolly.
Thanks. Can you hear me? Because my mic is...
Sure.
You can speak a little bit louder though.
Or you may remain silent forever.
But that would not make a very interesting call.
No.
Well, the fact that it lasts forever would be quite interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, uptime goals.
Okay, let's go to Aaron, and we'll go back to Zolly later.
Well, apparently I have some new uptime goals of infinity. No, most of what I've been doing is actually trying to productionize some of the work that I think Brian and Emil can talk about around the Java version of Jitsi. That's still in progress. Pretty much that's it from the infrastructure side. So,
Brian, are you there?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the work on the new Jitsi stuff has been continuing. So have had more stuff, more testing done there. and got some stuff integrated with some of the identity pieces that we'll be doing with integrating with Prosody. I started on the SIP gateway pieces of it, but we've kind of paused that a bit to focus on productionizing the recording and file streaming bits that are in there now and getting that all the way deployed onto Meet Jitsi so we can get some more testing there. And once that's looking good, I'll go back and start looking at the SIP gateway stuff.
Damon?
Yeah, so I've mostly been working on, I've been trying to add Safari to our PR testing, and I've been doing some work around poltergeists, and yeah, that's it.
George?
So I was working on developing a series of tests in Jitsi Torture that emulate different networks and different network scenarios and evaluate how well the bridge is performing, the bridge GCC implementation compared to Chrome. This is not done yet. It's still work in progress, but the tests are available in Jitsi Torture. So yeah, you can have some visibility on the work I'm doing there.
George, you can share a little bit of the results if you like.
They're very preliminary. It looks like so we are trying to emulate different networks, as in AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, using Mahi, which is a packet delivery based, which uses packet delivery traces in order to emulate these networks. It looks like that there we're not doing as well as we do in the non-network emulated scenarios. In the non-network emulated scenarios, we're doing pretty good compared to Chrome, but if we run our bridge in these specific networks, we're not doing as well. But this is just a preliminary result, and we need to run the test many more times to have confidence in this result. So this may or may not be accurate.
I was on vacation. So in the past 2 weeks, we made some progress with providing picture-in-picture to iOS. It's not a native picture-in-picture consumption, but it's a custom thing. And we've got that in the open source form, not in a binary, just source code. And yeah, that's kind of, I think we've done our work for picture-in-picture on both Android and iOS for now. If someone out there consumes it, that'd be awesome. Pavel?
So my main goal was to add these tests where we can test mobile and web in Torture, but that I was blocked on one PR to Jitsi Meet to override config options through the URL on mobile. This is now merged, so I will probably continue looking into these tests, but other than that, we were also looking into the page reload screen where it may appear like too early or give up too early, dropping the connection to Prosody. And we're investigating this issue with Matthew from Prosody. Other than that, we released Meet Jitsi twice, so it's kind of up to date with the master. And I'm also working on adding support for the IPv6 networks to Android app. And I think that's it. That's all from me.
Thank you. Emil, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify what Pavel said, in case anyone is wondering. IPv6 support is in Android. What we're working on is making sure that we work well in a 624, in a NAT64 scenario, where your bridge is in IPv4, your clients are in IPv6, and you have a NAT64 installation. We're making sure that this is going to work. But IPv6 support is there. So if you just add IPv6 support to your bridge, you have nothing to worry about. The other thing that I wanted to say is that I've been mentioning this on previous times, but we have a pretty massive, rather significant redesign of Meet coming along. Lubu is currently reviewing the work from Lenny on this. And a very similar change will be happening for mobile as well. I hope everyone will like the changes. Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully the web version might pop up on Meet by the end of this week, but if not this week, then the next one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be redesigned. Otherwise, we released this month an app which Android users hopefully will notice is more stable than the one from December last year. Zori, do you want to talk about the interesting things that you did? You did a lot.
Yeah, thanks. I'm just back. Had some issues with my headset. So besides some minor improvement around permission handling for calendar sync, I've been mostly working on the pinch and zoom feature for desktop streaming to mobile. That has just been finished today. Should be in master hopefully by the end of the week. That's it. And if anyone wonders what it is that, you know, the feature to be able to zoom on some parts of the screen when you're watching a desktop stream on mobile.
Which is awesome. Bobby?
Thanks. So, are you there?
I am here.
Welcome.
But I just came back. Thank you. So I've been away.
So you've been working on a new baby?
Yeah. I do have there was that, and I have been catching up today. So I don't have.
Welcome back.
To report, other than I'm very happy with all the work you guys did while I wasn't there. So it has been awesome to see all the new changes.
We're also happy with your 9th month work, so congratulations on that.
I think he was mainly a founder there.
Yep. No, but I hear he's also support now.
Yeah.
The first line of support.
Thanks. Krista?
Is it better now?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry for this. So what I was doing, so the last thing that I'm doing is, so there's an issue with the desktop sharing and Firefox. Basically, the remote participants are not seeing the stream somehow. I'm always working on this and investigating it. Hopefully soon, maybe we'll have a fix, if possible. So I fixed also some small stuff, like now we have analytics events from the welcome page. And I started working on different tasks, but they were paused for now, so I don't believe I have anything else to report. So that's all from me.
Okay, I think that concludes the update. So, open mic. Anybody have questions?
I wanted to say that, we'll give everyone a heads up that we'll be posting a survey on our mailing lists and social media accounts. We're working with Chad from WebRTC Hacks. He's helping us try to better structure our Flask community and strategy. So we'll be asking a few questions out there to understand basically what are people using Jitsi for, so that we know what are the most important aspects to people, which one do they not care about, where should we be concentrating our efforts. So pretty excited about that because it's going to help us build a better community. So just a heads up.
Thank you. Gus, you wanted to talk?
Yeah, I've got a question related to the Jitsi mobile SDK. I'm working with a couple of guys who are trying to use it, and they're running into issues on a very specific device.
And it's Android.
It's an Android. It's an Android 6.1 device.
Okay. Will you report those to us on the mailing list, or?
I haven't, partly because they're sending me screenshots of errors and Excel sheets instead of text that I can easily copy paste. So I'm recompiling that a little. Just in case you guys recognize this, what happens is when they use the device without any add-ons, a JavaScript error or exception is being thrown over and over again that says web contents delegate check media access permission not supported, and then they don't get any audio or video. If they install the Chromium APK, then things work for some reason.
Wait, what?
If they force their client to identify itself as a desktop using the user agent modifications, then things appear to work.
But are they using the mobile browser or the SDK as in the mobile SDK?
They're using the mobile SDK as in the one where you created a introduction video a couple of months back.
Yeah, but that one doesn't involve any browser thing, so I'm a bit confused by how Chrome is related to it in any shape or form.
It identifies itself as Chrome in the user agent, so you modify the SDK?
Might be that.
That's a question. Do you modify the SDK in order to do the user agent thing?
I don't know how they're doing. Yeah, I invited them to be here, and they'd rather have me ask the questions on their behalf. So this is probably going to be being back and forth.
Maybe we can promise that if they stop over next time, we will not bite.
Yeah, I told them that most of you are unlikely to bite anyways, but
yeah, and they can also mention your name when they write the emails, and we promise, because it's you, to give them attention. Otherwise, we're not gonna pay them any attention if they create issues or send to the mailing list.
Wait, what? I didn't get it.
Nothing. They can send also emails to the mailing list. They can create GitHub issues.
All right.
And as soon as we see, because it's in the details, so we do need to talk to them and get the details in order to.
But what Lubo was saying is that they should mention your name because nepotism rules in our friendly community.
Wow. But just to get this straight, the mobile SDK is supposed to work on any Android device as long as it's running Android 6.0 plus?
Yeah, it's supposed to work, but because of the because they play out of devices and custom things, we do know that sometimes it doesn't work, but it's supposed to. So.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I can get a proper amount of debug information, and then either myself or them will ping you on the mailing list to begin with.
Thank you. I'm so super happy that there's interest in the mobile SDK.
Okay.
Thanks. Anybody else?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Hi guys. Sorry, I'm new here in the Jitsi community. So we are using ZenQuap for a while in the mobile app with React Native. My question is regarding the new version of the SDK. If it's gonna support with the React Native library that you already have, or is something just for native apps or outside of the React Native?
Our Jitsi mobile SDK is React Native.
Okay. And there is we are having some sort of problems because sometimes you update the code and in the SDK, and is there possible to have your React Native library as a package, not as a project?
You need binaries?
Yeah, binaries just to use in our React Native app. And
yeah,
not
we're working on those.
For that.
Yeah.
Is there
we
a way?
have an old one. We have an old one which is documented in the README files, how to consume it. We haven't released an updated binary for the open source project, but Emil did tell me to look into generally automating all those things. He wasn't specific about the SDK, but I guess we'll get there as well eventually.
Okay. So we are happy to help as well, creating a package for that. So
at this stage, it's yeah, thanks. At this stage, it's mostly having an automatic job that does the building, because our source code does support easily building the binaries, but then you have to deploy them to the Maven repository. So there are like small steps that just need to be automated. And yeah, in the meantime, we can even talk more on like the mailing list or wherever, and we can guide you how to do that. But like, you know, it's all described in the document.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anybody else? Or we can close this call. 1, 2, 3. So thanks for joining us, and see you in 2 weeks. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thanks,
See you, everyone.